Okay, why don't you play a little bit, and don't play faster than you can handle. Do what you think you can do cleanly. So however slow that needs to be, that's fine. So there's a few different things going on. The first thing is that the pick is moving inside of your grip, okay? It's not stable. I see this happening. I'll show you guys. I'm seeing this happening in his hand. So you need to grip the pick a little tighter. Not very hard. We don't want tension to start building in that arm now.
Yeah.
But it's got to be tight enough that you have control over the pick. See, what happens is when you pick a string, you want the string to obey. That means that if when the pick hits the string flexes before it gets released under the pick. What's happening is the pick is flexing. Okay, it's literally moving in your hand. It's moving, the string is pushing it over, and then once it's over to a certain point, then the string snaps. This is what's happening to the string. And we don't want it to snap in that way. It's going to snap off the pick, but we don't want your hand to be past the point of the string. And that's what's happening just slightly. This point here, right here, between these two fingers, crosses the plane of the string. Let's pretend there's a plane going away from the guitar, okay? There's a plane there. Your hand is going beyond the plane while the pick is tilting backwards. So the plane is here, your hand is beyond it, and your pick is holding on for dear life and is about to flap off it. Okay?
Okay, good.
This is not the core, this is not the main part of your problem. The reason why I'm talking about this first is because it's the easiest to fix. So I'm giving you the easiest thing to fix first, even though it's not the core problem that you have. It's just one of the problems, okay? A little bit tighter grip, just enough to keep it from doing this. This way, this access point does not cross the plane of the strings beyond what it needs to play the string. Is that making sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because when this happens, the two hands get out of sync. And that's a big part of the issue is a synchronization problem. Okay? Now, let's move on to another issue. When you get to I'm going to play it lower. When you get to the part where you have to roll, this part, these notes are bleeding together. We don't want them to bleed. Hold on. Okay, now, did you hear bleeding there at the end?
Yep.
That's the sound we don't want. So let me show you an exercise you can do for all your fingers to practice this rolling technique, okay? So take your first finger, not yet, in a moment, you're going to take your first finger and put it on the 12th fret on these middle two strings. What we don't want to hear is bleeding. You have this little rolling effect. Even when it's like this, here it's not really a roll, but I am kind of rolling it because the fingers aren't really leaving the guitar. What I want you to do in about 10 seconds is this. Now, how you do it is by collapsing this first knuckle. So when you're on the D string, the knuckle is not collapsed. Then when we roll, we're going to collapse the first knuckle. It's collapsed. Now, when it's collapsed, notice what happens to the tip of that finger. Watch the tip. Yeah, it rolls off the string I just played. I am not muting it. I'm not going. I'm not covering it. Okay? Okay, that's what you want to do, and without the bleeding that you hear. You don't want that. So it's not a bar chord. Now you try, real slow.
Real slow.
That's it. Now do it with the middle finger. Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Ring finger, good. Now the fourth finger. It's the same thing, same idea. Grip a little tighter. Good. So you got the idea. So now. Okay, wasn't perfect there, but pretty close. Okay? You're just collapsing that knuckle and then putting the arch back in it as you come back. Okay, that's all that's happening there.
Okay.
Now, when you go back to this arpeggio, here we've got to roll 3 strings, which is harder. So what you have to do is you put just the tip on. What you're sometimes doing, I noticed, is that you're anticipating the fact you're going to have to roll, and you put this log across the guitar. What are you going to do now? It's stuck there, okay? Hold on. Just the tip. Collapse. Then rock the hand back. Rock the hand forward and put the arch back in that knuckle. Now, when I come back down, I'm not doing this. I'm not saying, oh, I got to cover all 3 strings, so I might as well get started now. It won't work. Okay? I'm going to cover these 2 strings. This is not, the tip is not pushing down in the G string, which is why you don't hear it. You hear the B string, and that's it. Now I'm going to bring my wrist forward a little bit. Now I'm going to put the arch back in the first knuckle. And that releases the string before. Okay? That's what's happening there.